Hey, our next seminar is The Big Kahuna, How to Find the Brides and Grooms. Alan Katz is one of the top wedding officiants in the country. He owns Great Officiants in Southern California. Alan has a team of 35 officiants that cover over 1,200 weddings per year. He owns a 24-hour wedding chapel in Long Beach. He serves on the board of his local ABC chapter, where he was named Trendsetter of the Year. Please welcome Alan Katz.
Thank you. Aloha, everyone. Say aloha, Alan. Wow, I finally made the big stage. It feels good up here. Who partied way too hard last night? I've only had about an hour and a half sleep, lost all my money, and now I'm going to try to figure out how to win it back, and I'm going to show you how to win your money back. So today we're going to talk about the most common marketing failures, how to spend your advertising money, the truth about online ads, bridal shows, and industry referrals. I only have 15 minutes, so I'm going to go fast and furious through all this to have some fun. The most common marketing failures that you guys can have is just putting up a website. You can put up a website, you can put up the most beautiful website, but if you just put it up there and don't do anything with it, it just sits there and it gathers dust. If you get just referrals from family and friends, I call it the Amway syndrome, right? How many of you had friends who were in Amway and all they wanted to do was sell their family and friends and then they were done with it? If you just sell to your family and friends, you're not going to get anywhere in business. Doing it part-time or as a sideline. Now, I know a lot of you do this part-time and a lot of you want to get to the full-time way. Here's what I went through when I decided that I was going to go through it. You remember the movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where he had to walk to the edge of the bridge and take that step, that leap of faith? I'm not going to do it. That's what you have to do. When you're ready to do it, take that leap of faith. Quit your real job and put everything you can into it. In fact, not giving it 100% is the biggest reason that companies fail. You have to give it every little bit that you have. Every little bit of your soul you have to put into your business. Daytime, nighttime. This old saying, entrepreneurs are crazy people who work 100 hours a week so they don't have to work 40 hours a week for someone else. Right? I don't want to work 40 hours a week. I want to work 300 hours a week. I love what I do, and I kill it every single day. You guys got to go out there and kill it. Right? There's ways of doing it. You can, according to the U.S. Business Administration, they recommend spending 7 to 8% of your gross revenue for marketing and advertising if you're doing less than $5 million. Anybody here doing less than $5 million? Okay, there's a couple of you. Well, most of us are doing less than $5 million worth of business. That 7 to 8, I don't believe in that. I spend more money on my marketing and advertising than most of my competitors make in 1 year. You got to spend a lot of money on advertising, but if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. You're going to put your money in the things that are going to work for you, the things that are going to work for you in your market, and that's what you have to discover. The number one rule is choose the source that reaches the largest percentage of your audience with the least amount of waste. You don't want to put something in a bridal magazine that nobody's going to read. You don't want to list on a website that nobody's going to be able to find. You can do it in bridal magazines. Online ads on the Wedding Wire are great. Doing bridal shows, pay-per-click campaigns. I'm big on pay-per-click. And of course, social media. And you've heard a lot about social media this week. It's cheap, it's free, you just have to spend time on it. Rule number 2, follow your customers' trend. Find out the sources that they're looking at. So see what they're watching on the web. Find out what the biggest web followers are and maybe target those. What are people watching on TV? What are people looking at in the magazine? What is a popular magazine in your area? Is the Knot magazine big? Is some of the other magazines big? Look at what's really being bought or handed out in your area, and maybe that's where you want to be. And of course, who here doesn't have a blog? If you don't have a blog, start one. Put something stupid up there every day, every other day. Take a picture of yourself with a couple at a wedding, something, but put something in there, describe it. And of course, again, social media. And also be consistent. Couples are bombarded with advertisements from everywhere that they go. So if you're consistent in what you do, you're going to be good. You got to promote your brand. All right, my brand's Great Officiants. That's exactly what I do. I provide great officiants. Whatever you do, you have to be great at what you do, so promote it. Make sure that in your advertising, you list it. You tell how great you are. Make that advertising work for you and get everybody to remember who you are. Show them how you can be the best and make your brand. When somebody thinks of your part of the industry in your market, I want you to be the one that they think of. I want you to be the one that they come to mind first. Drive your message home constantly. Do it in blogs. Get out there. Get in the news. Get in the newspaper. Drive your name home. When you do it on your blog or in these articles, when you get the press coverage, provide some compelling content. Something that people really want to see. Something that people really want to hear. And be the expert. Let me go back to that for 1 second. Be the expert. I'm up here speaking on the stage, right? Do you think I'm the expert? Yeah, I'm the expert in my market. People know that I go out and I speak all over the place. People know that I know my stuff because I'm out there. I'm promoting it. I'm standing up for my end of the business. So when people think, wow, who's the biggest expert in the industry? Wow, they think, well, Alan knows everything. All right? That's what you should be. When people come in your market and they say, who's the best florist? Who knows something about flowers? Oh, ABC Flowers, let's see. That's the expert that you want to be. So the truth about online ads is do a search. Do a search and what comes up. Type in your keywords of what your business is and do an online search and see, who your competitors are, what other online services show up. See where you show up compared to your competitors. If you don't show up anywhere in the first page, the second page, the third page, you're doing something wrong. So figure out why your competitors are showing up there. But also, if you're going to advertise on the Knot or the Wedding Wire or some of these bizarre wedding, how many people get these weird things? We're the biggest wedding advertiser in the world and brides and grooms flock to our website. And you go online and you can't find them until the third or fourth page. Do you want to advertise on that website? No, don't listen to those bogus ads. Look and see what comes up when you do a search. Don't just do a search from your home, but go to some other computer at somebody else's house in another town in your area and find out what shows up for them. Because your couples are not just going to be in your neighborhood, they're going to be in other parts of your city, other parts of your area. Bridal shows. How many people do bridal shows? Aren't bridal shows great? Woo! God, they're long. Okay, people who do bridal shows, they're too damn long. All right? 3 hours max. I don't want to be there any longer than 3 hours. Get them in, get them out, get them done. But you want to find out when you do a bridal show, how long have they been doing a bridal show? If it's the first or second bridal show they've done, they may not have the reputation out there. So go with the ones that have a great reputation, that know what they're doing, that get it, and find out where they're advertising the show. If they've just sent out a couple emails and made some social media presentations, it's great. I did a bridal show once. They said, we're going to give you a great deal. It's $50 for your booth. And other people were paying $7,000, $8,000, $1,000 for the booth. And nobody showed up to the wedding show because they didn't promote it. They didn't advertise it. They put a couple posts up on social media, and there was an actual riot at the bridal show. People were and the lady who ran the bridal show actually had to be taken away in an ambulance because she had faked a heart attack to get out of there. So you want to find out also how many of the same type of vendors are going to be at that show. So if there's going to be 400 photographers and you're a photographer, that might not be the best show for you. So find out how many of each category there is. Also weigh the cost of what it's going to cost against how much money you think you can make out of it. And then the lead list. Are you going to get the list from that bridal show? You have all these people coming there and you never get a chance to see them. When you're at a bridal show, people come past you fast and furious. You don't know where they're going to be. They're coming past you. You can't stop everyone. So you need to get something that's going to provide you with that lead list because you can't talk to everyone. Venue-specific show. I'm very big on venue-specific shows. I do a lot of them because I'm the preferred vendor at many, over 100 venues in Southern California. And most of them have their little open houses and they bring in their preferred vendors into it. You want to do these shows, and you want to do these shows not to sell. You want to do these shows to show the venue how much you support them. You want them to know that you're here to show the couples that come in who are doing their weddings there, that you are there to support them, to show them that they're the best place that these people have chosen and that they have the best vendors that are surrounding them. If you sell something during one of the venue-specific ones, excellent. If you get a lead or referral from it, excellent. But the venue-specific shows, you're there to support the venue. So if you're doing one and it's slow, and the manager says, oh, it's a slow show, I go, I don't care. I'm here to support you. You know how long that's going to go? That's going to do good. There's smaller shows, there's less vendors, and again, it gives you the credibility. Getting industry referrals. The best way to get industry referrals is do an amazing job. If you do a crappy job, you're not going to get any referrals. All right? I always do this. Every wedding that I do, I make it so every person I see, every person I do is going to rate me on Yelp. And I know that if I do a crappy job, I'm going to get a 1-star review. So everything I do, no matter what it is, I try to be the best that I can. Give it 250, 300%. Help the other vendors around me. Because I want me to walk away from that ceremony and the venue going, wow, this guy was great. I want him to be there. You need to go to wedding networking events. ABC, NACE, WIPA, all the different ones that are in your different groups. Go to them. Start hobnobbing with people. A lot of them are very cliquey, all right? But you just got to break into those cliques. And you got to consistently go. But the one thing you don't want to do when you go to a networking event, just walk about. Here's my card. Here's my card. Here's my card. Here's my card. You can do that maybe at the beginning, but then you have to start really getting to know people. Getting to know people. Get somebody's card. Call them up. Ask them out for lunch. Ask them just to chat with them on the phone. Don't hand them a card at the wedding industry. Will you start referring me business? Because they're going to look at you and you go, you're freaking crazy. I'll give you a referral fee. You know how fast you're going to lose that person from ever giving you business? All right? Anybody who ever calls me up and says, I'm going to give you a referral fee if you refer me business, that person will never receive a lick of business from me. I refer people business because they're good or they're friends. Even though they're not good, I still refer them business. I refer these guys business. So. And get on the boards. What's the best way to get involved with these people is get on their boards. Right? Help them make the decision. Help them plan the events. So you're at the check-in table when everybody's coming to check in. They see you. You get to meet everybody. You get to know everybody's name and where they work. That way you can target the people who you want to market to. And again, become the expert. Speak at these meetings. Get up in front of everyone. Show everybody how amazing you are and that you are the expert in your industry. So let's wrap this up. Don't just put up your website. Market it. Get that word out every way you can. Online, in person, show your business cards. Whatever you have to do to market it, market it. Get referrals from industry peers. You want to get people referring you business because referral from industry peers goes a lot further than just people finding you on the web. Getting referrals from friends too. You want to get the referrals. Get out there and be seen. Go to networking events. Go out there and show people who you are, the real person who you are. Unless you really are terrible, then don't go to them. And give it 200%. Give it everything you got, no matter what you do. Be the best at what you are. Be the expert. And if you do this, you can be the big kahuna in your market. Thank you, everybody. Aloha.